When people talk about social emotional learning, a lot of the focus tends to stay on what is actually visible: behavior, participation, engagement, whether a child is responding the way we expect, whether they seem confident, regulated, or socially connected. And while those things matter, they are not the full picture of what a child may actually be experiencing. Because two children can sit in the exact same environment and experience it completely differently. The same classroom, the same teacher, the same expectations, the same activity, but not the same experience. One child may feel emotionally safe enough to participate fully. Another may feel uncertain about how they are expected to respond. One child may experience an environment as welcoming. Another may experience that same environment as overwhelming. And from the outside, those differences are not always obvious. When children are unsure how an environment will respond to them, some begin constantly monitoring themselves. How should I respond here? What gets corrected here? What feels acceptable here? Is it safe to speak up? Am I doing too much? Should I stay quiet? What version of myself feels safest in this environment? That self-monitoring can happen long before an adult notices anything at all. And that is a part of the challenge, because internal experiences are not always visible from the outside. A child who looks quiet may be processing, and a child who looks quiet may feel disconnected. A child who appears calm may actually be carrying stress, uncertainty, or pressure that others cannot see. What we observe on the surface does not always tell us what a child is experiencing underneath it. Children do not only respond to rules or expectations, they also respond to how environments feel emotionally. Some spaces feel welcoming, some feel unpredictable, some feel emotionally safe, some feel emotionally exhausting. And children are constantly reading those environments, even when adults do not realize it. They notice what gets praised, what gets corrected, what gets understood quickly, what gets questioned more often, what communication styles feel accepted, and what parts of themselves feel easier or harder to show. Children learn a great deal about environments by paying attention to those patterns. And those experiences influence how children participate, not just behaviorally, but emotionally and relationally too. Belonging is not simply being present in a space. It is feeling emotionally safe enough to participate without constantly wondering whether you will be misunderstood. Because when children feel emotionally safe, it changes how they participate, communicate, and connect. When environments consistently feel uncertain, stressful, or difficult to navigate, children often adapt quietly. They may participate differently, speak less, hide certain parts of themselves, or adjust how they communicate depending on the environment they are in. Not because something is wrong with them, but because they are responding to what feels emotionally safe, accepted, or necessary in that space. That is why the full picture matters, because children are not just experiencing behavior expectations, they are experiencing environments, relationships, social messages, emotional safety, belonging, identity, and lived experience. And all of those experiences influence how children move through the world. If we want to truly understand children, we have to pay attention to more than what is visible on the surface. We have to consider what children may be experiencing underneath it. Thank you for taking the time to be here. I'm Faith, and this is Cultural SEL. I share practical tools and reflections that connect social emotional learning with culture, identity, and belonging, so children feel confident in who they are, where they come from, and how they move across different spaces. Check the description for tools and resources.